Alright, welcome to another Man Room Cigar Review. This is David, I'm Tony, and today we're going to be reviewing the Robert Caldwell Long Live the King. It is a Dominican Puro with a little bit of a mix-up in the filler. It has a Peruvian Puro de Oro, and it also has a Nicaraguan Oscuro. It's a very great flavorful cigar so far. We're about half an inch into it, and I'm already getting great spice notes off of it, almost like kind of a caramel flavor from it. David, what are you getting?
It's a nice medium body smoke. I'm getting a little bit of a leather and some black pepper out of this guy. It's very cool smoke. It's not burning hot at all so far, which is nice. The draw is very easy and effortless. And it's burning evenly so far. The wrapper, the Dominican Puro, is actually a beautiful light brown color with a little bit of hints of red. They've actually done an excellent job because the band has some burgundy in it, which actually is bringing out some more of the red hue that's in the outside of the wrapper.
It's a great cigar. With whenever you have a Corona size, which is traditionally around the 5 3/4 by 46, you're going to get a lot of flavor from the wrapper on the outside. However, the filler really comes through with its good complexity for the cigar. Now, what you may not know about Robert Caldwell is he actually started out co-owning Winwood Cigars, and then he eventually split off into his own brand, and he's already come out with 3 great mainline productions. He has The Long Live the King is Dead, and The Eastern Standard, which is a great broadleaf Connecticut.
On the retrohale, I actually got a little bit of cedar in there too, which was nice. It was a nice little bit of added flavor, which I think will probably develop even more as we continue to smoke these cigars. Alright, so we're about 20 minutes into the smoke now, and so far it's staying pretty consistent. We've got a nice even burn, haven't had to touch her up at all. It's burning all the way through. I've ashed twice. It held a pretty solid ash through the first bit of the cigar. Flavor-wise, it's staying pretty consistent. It's still got cool smoke, and it's started to pick up a little bit of sweetness, which is probably from the Peruvian and the filler. I pick up a little bit of an earth tones as well too. It's even a little earthier on me, which I actually enjoy. It's kind of letting the body fill out a little bit since it's a little bit of a medium smoke. But I'm enjoying the cigar so far.
I'll definitely agree with you. I get the earthiness, and I'm also getting a little bit more of a nutty kind of flavor from mine. My burn definitely evened out a lot better than from when I started out. One of the things I will say though is it's a very light, it's a very thin kind of smoke. I'm definitely not getting a lot of plumage off of mine.
Yeah, I'm not getting too much off of mine either. It definitely is not a very heavy smoke, which I'm okay with because there's a lot of flavor despite the fact there's not a lot of smoke coming out of the cigar.
Yeah, I'm also noticing that it definitely it sits with you a little bit after you draw in. That flavor definitely hangs around. It's not too overbearing, and like David was saying, the Pilo de Oro Peruvian filler really helps to bring it out. Usually with a Corona size, that wrapper will really wash out a lot of the binder and the filler, especially when they're very similar. But this one, the complexity is staying to about the halfway point so far, so I'm really enjoying it.
Me too. Let's keep on smoking.
Alright, now we're back with the final part of our review of the Long Live the King by Robert Caldwell.
We're about 45 minutes into this smoke. It's still smoking strong. It's not souring up on me at all. It's actually staying very consistent. The burn is still even. I haven't had to touch it up still.
I'm getting more of a meaty kind of flavor out of mine now. Definitely more of a sweetness. It's a sharp kind of sweetness now.
Yeah, the sweetness is kind of built up throughout the middle of the cigar, even towards the end of the cigar.
I will say I had to relight mine once or twice. It just kind of went out on me. It might be from lack of actively smoking, but it definitely went out a lot quicker than some other ones would.
Yeah, I've been puffing on mine pretty strong the entire time, and it hasn't gone out on me. It's lost a little bit, but it never went fully out.
For an $8 to $10 cigar, depending on where you are, I think this is absolutely a fantastic buy.
Yeah, I would have to agree. The band also came off effortlessly, which was fantastic. It didn't seem like it was completely securely on the cigar. But taking it off was very simple, very easy. Didn't rip the cigar whatsoever, which is nice.
Which is a big thing because half the cigars, even the really nice cigars, they will tear that wrapper up when you're trying to take off that band.
Yeah, and this cigar I'm going to smoke all the way down to the nub, so it's nice to actually keep the top of the cigar intact.
Speaking of the band, I just want to point out the insane detail that really went into the production on that. A lot of times, you know, they'll overproduce on the band and underproduce on the cigar, but I feel like this one just across the board is fantastic. I think the detail and the coloring on it is absolutely great.
And like we stated before, the coloring in the band actually helps bring out some of the hues that are in the wrapper itself.
Absolutely, and I mean the cigar, you know, even though we had a couple predominant veins run through the cigar, the wrapper itself is beautiful.
Yeah, the texture on the wrapper is fantastic. It was velvety. It stayed velvety the entire time. It was very nice.
Yeah. So we're gonna finish these up, but absolutely fantastic. Just from some of the lighter notes that I've got out of it, and my initial difficulty, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
I'm gonna go a little higher. I'm actually gonna give it 8.5 out of 10. I really like this smoke. I think, especially for the price, it's an excellent smoke, and you pretty much can't go wrong with this cigar.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, and as always, if you have any questions, if you have any cigars you'd like us to review, please comment below or send us a message.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Absolutely.